Hello all, my name is Krish Nayak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, we are going to continue the discussion with respect to MySQL. I've already uploaded 9 tutorials where we have seen some key concepts like key topics like joins, like stored procedures, views, indexing and many more, how to create a primary key, foreign key and many more guys. Now, what I was actually thinking is that to improvise the content, it is better that we try to solve interview questions, and when we are solving the interview questions, remember one thing is that what we are going to do, we are also going to learn some more in depth. If a new topic comes over there, we are going to learn in that specific way. So, from now onwards, inside this particular playlist, I'll be taking up more amazing, important SQL interview questions specifically that are coming in interviews that may be very, very much handful for you all. So we'll go in that specific way. Who all can actually practice it? We will go with respect to different kind of roles like data analyst and data scientist, along with that business intelligence developer also, right? So let's go ahead and let's solve our first interview question. And again, this will be in many parts guys, because see, whenever we are trying to solve it, I'll definitely write the questions over here, and apart from that, I'll also give you the solution. So the first thing that we are probably going to do, and this was also asked in to one of my subscriber, basically what we do is that whenever our people clear, like our subscribers usually clear the interviews in a specific company, we basically ask them, okay, what were the kind of questions that they have actually asked you, and from that I will try to design this particular interview questions for you. So first of all, what is the first problem statement? This first problem statement is with respect to a employee database. Okay, so in this employee database, we will be having a lot of tables. So first table that we are going to have is basically the employee table. Okay, so you have to first of all create a database, and this database can be a company database. I'll not say employee database, but at least a company database. So this is what you have to do. So first create an employee table, create features like employee ID, okay, first name. So this is the first task guys. Okay, first name, last name, then date. Before that, I'll also try to add salary, and then joining date, and one more feature, that is department, for which department you are actually hired. Okay, so this is your first task. The first task is basically to create a employee table and then create all these things, features. Remember, employee ID should be int, first name can be a varchar, okay, last name can be a varchar, salary will obviously be int or float. Okay, I'll suggest make it as int. This should be date time, and this should be varchar. Okay, so this is your first task. Again, I will be solving it in front of you, so you don't have to worry about anything. Then let's go to the next step. In the next step, create another table. In this, I will say that I want to basically provide yearly bonus to employees. So I should definitely have some kind of bonus table. Inside this bonus table, I will basically have two things. One is employee ID, and this will be the reference key of employee table. Then your will be the bonus date, okay, and then the bonus amount. Okay, so these three features will be basically in this particular table. Remember, employee ID is the foreign key from this specific table, that is bonus table. Now similarly, I will go ahead and create the third table, which is basically the employee designation. Okay, so employee designation. Now in this, you need to create three features. Again, in this we are going to create employee ID, again, which will be a foreign key. Then you will basically have the designation and the designation date, from which date this particular person is basically having this specific position, right? Now, why I'm telling you to create this, because we are designing a database, let's say, and I want all this specific information. And after that, I will tell you that, okay, we probably want some details from all these tables. Will you be able to do it? And you have to specifically write a query. So as said, this SQL interview question and solution, this is the part one. So in the part one, this is the problem statement right now. You have to basically create a database and then probably create an employee table, bonus table, employee designation, and you have to map it. This employee ID is also foreign key. So I hope you have understood the problem statement, and it is very much simple because we have already done this. Now my suggestion will be that pause this video for some time. Try it for 10 to 15 minutes and then again start the video, okay? But here I'm going to solve it in front of you and I'm also going to provide you the solution. So let's go ahead. So first of all, what is the first step? I need to create a database. Please see this. And guys, I'm not going to share you this script, okay? This script, I want you all to practice. See, if I share you the script, you'll just go ahead and execute. So I will first of all create a database, which I will basically say a company database. So this is my first task, right? So I'll execute this. So this has got executed. Now here, if I probably refresh it, here you will be able to see there will be a company database that will be created, okay? Now I'm going to remove this. I'm going to say use company to use this specific database. That is clear. Now the next thing that I'm actually going to create is basically my table. So first table that I'm going to create is my employee table. So create employee table. Guys, remember this is important because in the upcoming part 2, part 3, I will show you some complex queries you have to write. I'll give you a problem statement you have to write. This is what you get as a data analyst, okay? You get as a Power BI Tableau developers in interviews. So I'm going to create a table, say create table employee. Okay, create table employee. And in this I will just use capital E. And I've already told you the feature name that I'm going to basically use it, okay? So let's go ahead and discuss about the feature name. Now the feature name that I'm actually first of all going to have is something called as employee ID, which will be int, and we will keep this as not null, okay? And apart from that, I will also want to make this as a primary key, okay? And I also want to use a feature which is called as auto increment so that I don't have to increment that particular value from which value it is started. If I'm not giving anything, then it will automatically get incremented. Okay, so this is my employee ID. Then I will start with my first name. So my first name over here will be specifically varchar with 25 characters. So this is done. And then I'm going to basically do last name, which will be a varchar with 25 characters. And then what I can actually do apart from first name, last name, I also need to write salary. So salary will be an integer value. Let's say that I'm going to specify 15. 15 figures is also a very huge figure, okay? Then I'm going to say my joining date. And here I'm actually going to use date type, okay? I'll show you what will be the format of the date type, okay? Don't worry about it. And then finally, I'm going to have my department name, which will be a varchar. Okay, so this is what I have actually done. In this, the most important information that I have done is that employee ID will be your primary key. It is in an auto increment mode, and then you are basically creating first name, last name, salary, joining date. Perfect. Till here it has got executed. Integer display width is deprecated. Okay, fine. But anyhow, I think it has got created. Refresh. So this is my table. Here you have all the values, okay? Now, what I'm actually going to do, this is done with respect to create employee table. Now, I'm going to basically check the schema. We are getting some warnings, that is properly fine. So, if I write DSC employee table, and if I execute it, here you can see this is my entire information with respect to different values and all the data types that has been created. So check the schema, we basically use DESC, right? So this table is done. So we will go to the next table. Again, understand which is the next table. The bonus table, it has employee ID, bonus date and bonus amount, okay? So here I'm actually going to create bonus table, okay? So I have actually created this bonus table. Now again, for creating the bonus table, I want you all to practice, guys. See, to be a good SQL developer, you have to practice. So this is my bonus. Here I basically have two things. One is I'll say employee ref ID underscore ID. Okay. Now inside this ref underscore id, remember one thing is that what it should be integer. But remember, we are going to use it as a reference because this will be a foreign key. Okay, and I have already shown you how to create a foreign key. If you don't know, don't worry, I'll show you here also. Okay, so then I will basically be having my bonus amount. Okay, and in this will be my integer again. Okay, uh, apart from bonus, what we can actually do, I've written over here that what should be my bonus date also, from which on which day I've actually got the bonus. Okay, so I will write bonus date and this will be date time, right? So everything is clear now till here, I think. Yes, bonus date time. But now I need to make sure that I need to provide information about this foreign key, which I want to refer it to this employee ID in my employee table. So for that, what we are going to do, we are basically going to write foreign key, give my key name over here. Here I'm going to say employee reference underscore ID, and this will definitely refer. So I'll write references employee, which field? It is nothing but emp id. Okay, so I hope we have done this. Okay, and we will write one more statement which is called as on delete cascade. That basically means, suppose if I am deleting one specific row with a specific employee ID over here, automatically all the values will get deleted over here. Okay, so this is the importance of on delete cascade. Now you may be thinking, see, I have taught you a new topic, but here you will definitely be able to relate it. So that is the reason I'm starting this interview series. As we go ahead, only this kind of videos will come in MySQL, because I feel instead of teaching you topic by topic, it is better that I teach you with some specific interview question and example. So this is my bonus table. So let me just execute it. So this has got created. So if you go and probably refresh this tables, here you will be able to see bonus table also. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some records to employee and all. That also I will try to add it at the last. Okay, now let's go and discuss about the third table, employee designation, employee ID designation, and employee designation date. So I'm actually going to create employee designation table, and here I'm going to create a table, and then I'm basically going to write designation. Again, you can use capital letter, it's not a problem at all. Whatever you want, definitely go ahead and do it. Okay, it is up to you. So here the first thing, again I'm going to use emp underscore ref underscore id. Again, this will be an int. Okay, and then let me go over here. What about the next field that I've spoken about? Designation. Okay, designation and designation date. So my designation will be a varchar, and here I'm going to use 25 characters. Apart from designation, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to basically write designation date, from which date, okay, this person is basically a manager or anything as such. I'm writing manager over here. So varchar 25. Oh no, date is date type. So I'm going to basically write date type. Okay, done. Now the next thing, I will write foreign key. Again, this is basically a foreign key, and I'm going to specify with respect to emp underscore ref underscore id. Okay, and this will basically references employee, and here I'm going to basically use employee id. I hope it is perfectly fine because employee id is my feature name. Okay, over here. So this basically means that I'm actually going to do this. And again, here one thing don't miss always, please go ahead and write on delete cascade. Okay, on delete cascade, always understand that it will actually help you to delete whenever a uh, main value is basically deleted from here. So I'm getting some kind of error over here. Let's say foreign key. Okay, I don't have to write the comma last. Perfect. So this is my another table and I'm going to execute it. So this table has also get created. So I have actually designed this particular table in this way. If you are able to do this, amazing. Okay. Now what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to basically insert the records. So guys, now once we have created this specific table, we really need to insert records. Three tables we have created. One is employee, the other one is bonus, and the other one is designation. So what I'm actually going to do is that now insert the records. Already you know how to insert, and I don't want to waste much time. So I've already written the script over here. So this is what is my script to insert the employee values. In the employee values, you basically write this syntax, insert into employee values with all the details. So here is your employee ID, here is Krish, first name, last name, your salary, your all these values present over here. Okay, now salaries, I can also make this as an integer. So let's make this as an integer because I have already told that salary will be an integer. So I'm just going to make some changes here. We'll just remove the quotes, so it'll automatically become integers. Now, with respect to the date, because see, in date time, you need to really understand how this is getting stored. The first field is always the year. So, if I say Krish and Sudhanshu has joined in 14/12/2011, that basically means they have joined in 2014, December 11th. Okay, this you really need to understand. So, let's say Sudhanshu and Krish have joined in the same day in the development team. I'm going to change for Sanket. Let's say he has joined in 2015. 12/12 on this particular time. This person has also joined on 15th December 13th. Here let's say he has joined on 17th, and here also he has joined on 17th. Okay, so all these values are there. I'm just going to execute it, and probably this has got executed. Let's execute this, select star from employee, and here you can see all the values. As I said, 2014 Krish has joined on 11th and December. 12th is basically the month and 11th is basically the date. Okay, so all these values are there. Now similarly, I'm going to insert records for the bonus table. In the bonus table also I have created the script, but always remember you need to understand employee reference ID is a reference key over here. So you cannot create 0007 over here, right? It will give you an error. Okay, if you try to insert a record with 007 because 0007, because that value is not present over there. So here I'm actually saying, okay, this particular person got the hike in 2016, 3rd and 14th. This person got $5,000 hike over here. Then again, Krish got hike in probably, let's say 2017, same date. Okay. And probably, again, okay, this 003 is not Krish. Actually, 003 is Sanket. He got a hike over here. Okay. Let's say, this again, Krish got a hike in 18. Okay, let's say he got an hike in 18 of $5,000 again. 004 he got 3500 hike on 2016 3rd and 19th. That basically means March 19th. And 005 got 7,000, and this person 001 got again hike in 2020, let's say. So these are all the records that I have, and probably I can also add one more record. You can add the record based on your side, it's not a problem. Okay, so this person also got the hike on the same day, that is of 8,000, or I can also increase it to 8,500 so that we have some varieties of data. So once I execute this, you can see that, okay, one more record is basically there. I'll just remove this because I don't want it. Okay, so let's execute it, and here you will basically see you have an SQL syntax error. What is the error? Comma is missing. Fine, let's do it. Okay, so these records are also there. I'm just going to select star from bonus. So this is my bonus amount with respect to different reference ID. Okay, now finally we'll also insert records into designation. For this also my script is ready. Okay, that basically means this indicates that when I'm inserting this value 001, 002, 00 probably 3. Okay, I'll just say this many are updated. Okay, so here I'm basically going to say that 001 became manager on this specific date. Okay, that is 2016. For this also, if you want, I will be able to write like this. I will be able to write like this. I will be able to 002 became an executive at this specific day, and this person became an executive at this specific day. Okay, oh, 50, or I will try to use in this date format. See, Before we use the date format like this, here we are using it like this. Okay, and let's see what all things can come, cannot come with respect to this. Okay, but again, if you want to use this date format also, it will work fine. Okay, so let's try to execute this specific thing. Incorrect date time. Oh, 50 is there, sorry. So this will be 5 to 2016. Fine, now it should work. Now this has got executed. Now if I go and see select start from designation, okay, so here you can see all the records. Great. Now, if you are able to do this, that basically means you have thought of designing a database with foreign key, primary key. Now, in the upcoming session, we will try to execute many queries as such. I will give you around 5 to 10 problem statement. Same way like how we discussed over here. First of all, you need to pause the video, see the question, try it with yourself. If you are not able to get it, then try to see the solution. So in the next part, I'm going to solve a lot of queries and questions in order to make you understand like what all questions can definitely come up in interview. So thank you, one and all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.